Fena Omo Ejuma sono aso nipa bebre ni anopa Ricky wa hadomo oni Mike no wami aso George ene ofia Ricky
Omanhene.
That's right. But you see you want to say
No hoye pa so chiao.
me jeno solo do.
But definitely over be chiao.
Elder Papa be here in the studio hadako.
Oh here no. Very important.
Ono kwa ni see you ametwe na ba ha.
Yate.
Aye.
The conference you be deliver message.
Aye, catch a radam. I will say me say my friend pa na dako o ma me hu ni me studio ha. O be surprise me.
Me gidi so otie kura.
Otie ma no pay, otie ma no pay. Me no dey way back o. Aye, Elder Boakye press me papa dey late Boakye. Ti on dey on ni me edu no mo to say.
Good.
Enya asem kutura ka atama na mo ejuso no.
Yeah.
Ano ho na no. Aye, ho na na ye kwaji fees nyina o.
Wow.
School fees nyina ho na na etua fa ye kwaji. Enya
Oh,
Jabi Bank there.
And very credible.
Very. Elder Damo there. Why are there so? Why are there at least? Onya kendifo no di ade anim na epija saa na esefata. Mpenifo mba na ye bi ono so wa ye bi pa. Ma ye nte wa no pe.
Omanhene ma men fa enchakese ma yetiefo and all staff of Jabin Bank, especially your customers. The customers nini ho no ma bank nini ho. Ya elder our CEO elder Areda Moa, your deputy CEO Mr. Philip Kwapa, HR, and all staff. Ya den chiakese ana ya de bremo no pai. Omanhene o hwe said na wo kana quite from your time on mutual school fees o Jabin Bank. E chere Jabin Bank said ya hodin any Christo Adom, any Ghana mine, any Asante mine, especially. Omotimia so Jabin Banking free to take Edia Bedrune, a chair said the Jabin Bank yet here. And said Bibri Abba, and so an area my you home. And they say Jabin Bank 40 years and over. Now you go so at work and maintaining image intact. I just say, who discover to our or to me ba anytime bia who person you know to me their service a good be bia at the Dana Council. A chose and Najabin Bank there and pa and one day no ever. Yet Damase Najabin Bank Bessan Damase or here 2023 according to Chamber of Commerce and Industry institution almost share Ghana in na and wow the wow na almost some award scheme ni said the ranking here say omo enwuma edi kan o my Ghana mu said omunuma ho te na omo hwe all banks in Ghana omo see Jabin Bank is the best rural bank of the year 2023 a chiro sampa said na wo kana Jabin ye ho den na nya ho den keke na sa ho fe keke ya ho den a ni nyina mu no modern boy ye de bo ema o my Ghana your corporate social responsibility. Yede yakasa ye nyuma na ye di na nyam faso a bank no nko abenya ana ye adwen ho na mom ye hwese ye customers any communities ni so aye serve ni nyina om so benya ye son faso ense say nyama nyina keka ho intine ma ye bo Jabin Bank say one the best rural bank of the year according to Ghana Chamber of Commerce. Ewie hwa ye gusua the innovations they say enyuma transum enyuma ekwanim enyuma eboa Oman no yuguso ede etutuja na ni nyina mu ne say Jabin Bank de bota ye ne say ye hwene aboa ni ama businesses enyuma de ye nketwa de ya kese a ogro ni be kan medium scale enterprises ye hwema all these institutions na ye den akomanim ewusi kasemu eno nti na ye ka say Jabin Bank sebri se uye adwuma nko a e legitimate a e ya mra kwan so de a if we need bank be as a Jabin Bank, you hear say what Ghana card ebeba now the passport picture me no if you light bill or water bill fabra would you do pay you be account baby o could be account ya jiji documents bebre e bi okran na che say accounts opening no kra na ya ye di amount but Jabin Bank there would do ha say ye tem ase enti ye behwe na ye bie accounts amount.
That's right.
Na wetimi akowani manya de ye niam achenchenchen accounts bi obi okobi accounts be na otwe no ntimi miwi Dwabin Rabank duru hasada no no ye gina ho ye bia accounts no ne generate number man na watimi ahyase aye business obi ento anamo onfa ne Ghana card no ma hen de man ya kono kra ne say sami no ka say obi wo ha okuta sika ene nipa bebre no omgidie wo bank mu no ya ba fom enti owo sika no de ahyam passe mesre ezesa suban no even Ghana Bank of Ghana crime so bibiri sa sika wo ha wo de fa beto bank nyagidie o Dwabin Rabank fa beto ho na the money ye so interesting and any appealing in say sika na wo de beto ho e bia osfato abosome miensa abosome nsia abosome dumi nu 12 months na ye the interest kese aye den aka ho the money ye fa biem kra ne say sometimes sika no so pa umom na wo to interest rate said the be ya ye so ye be ma ho ato because ye di kaka say enye ye nko a say ye be koso na bank no enye sika bebri ne mu hia na emom bibia bitimi ayede aboa yemienu nyina a obroni kan mutual benefits wu nya mfaso na bank ni so nya mfaso ene na Dwabin Rabank da sonko other banks mu omanhi impose obi baji loan a sometime yetimi ka se fa interest rate bra ye negotiate because ye hwe business ni hwe ni hu sampa ye boa wo betimi afa nipa dom agu adwuma num 2 wo betimi nso aboa magana GDP no so agro yi a ye ma kwan said negotiating interest rate on loans nti ya de Dwabin Rabank de say bre woni Dwabin Rabank nya adwuma de ka jen say niema bebre na wo hwe say nipa dom a etu anamo kwa ye branches say eye makoma ko 12 enche bia makokra besan beka ho ama ya san ko yanim enu nti say obe kwa any of our branches to anamo sisi akọ any of our branches de san ma ne ye fe a me beka no say ye de asempa loan na ba na asempa loan dwuma edini Omanhene fe keke nano yesi ekoye postmortem na je say your product na you introduce in America kra bi e was Sompa ha say no yesi ye pese ye hwe say the product ni siko na ye call asafo market na ye call adu market na ye call Roman Hill any other sheman na hwe say the customer see
e boje mo so
and say idea bi a fe keke aden because says interest rate na e da so no e wo form na de man ya konokra o ma gia tum kra ne say ode ne form ne to ho no na loan no so e den edi
akire
because so ko ba bi na akwaje besia e bo abosome na otwe na won sankan
ma de ba ko e me fe kra ne sa 1 month moratorium good because nipa no obeje bosia na afekura no de kwa kotwa no ho se bosome so a ontu aka
na obe den no
ogotia ne say
usika na oje ye nanu ano san de atu ama no enti
obu okra so anda de ba ko so se sa yina sika na woje no ye betima tetewa 2000 oje ya be wie na 1004
no ne ye hawo na me de ya be ya me de se ye kan na nya se ye betie ni sa keke
tu anamon
ye tu anamon ne aba no abe experience na wa obeje de ye ko yan ankasa de ho ye wo botaye bi se ye boa enipa amoma ko mani mu
that's right
eno no so na kan ho na ma ye de asempa loan no so aye den aba any oba palum sebre mu ye corporate institutions ti se guta modase na no ye ni ayi magazine trade ayi spare parts dealers ekohia na hwe enipa domo e free magazine asese ye branch e wo magazine wo mu tu anamo akoho eso wo mu ko bi accounts no ni Dwabin Rabank aye adwuma Omanhene eso ni ensem na ne e kan ye wie ye krachi panyin ba ko mi starter o be chia me ensem o se ensem a wo kan ye no kra me sim starter ye no kra wo de bra no ba ya obebie ye ono experience the way your service you deliver no I tell you Omanhene ono ankasa na say why disciple or ambassador ama Dwabin Rabank a won twedom edeba nti say bre wo ye business person or individual na o may experience Dwabin Rabank o ma ho e may be accounts any enya adwuma mesrew ani ma bebre na wo hwe tu anamo na bra obi ho so Omanhene one yen aye adwuma enso be ye mfie be ye miensa enan ni sebre onipa ne mai account na wo de ye bie ma wo ne eye adwuma bomodi afa Ghana card any of our branches na ye be bo ne ye reactivate account na mom ye adwuma mami ma mi nua George enso ento aso
George my into
Omanhene me chia chief oni afefo nyina Omanhene Sompa ipa bebe na etie Sompa
no correct
na no pay so asem da de ba Ghana fo nyina no obi anya asonye no de wontie Omanhene sisi afefro ma woni fre bebe new year resolution nipa bebre na twere no ma bebre na egu pipa so ba afi no bɛkɔ na wiye no Omanhene bɛkɔ na ba kokora na nipa na ntuma nyɛ de anchi
anye
sika obi wɔ hɔ no twere sɛ disika ba to hɔ ama me ba afi no bɛkɔ na wiye no na Omanhene na ba kokora ntuma nyɛ de anye ti Omanhene hɔ na yɛ design product bi ɛfɛ no Adeakye investment Omanhene Adeakye investment na ɛyɛ obi ba ma obi a sɛ wo dwom sɛ wo yɛ civil servant obi a Omanhene de anika wo nusu sɛ Adeakye investment no bituma yɛ ne susu form sɛ bia ma ba wa na yɛ mrante ba wa na asia sɛ 10 cities 20 cities bebe na so ade ba kwa ana customers no bebe na so ya no mo fere ne sɛ bu hɔ na Omanhene wo de sika bɔ sɛ 10 cities na wo fere ba yɛ ka kyerɛ tifo nyina ne sɛ me bɔmɔde ya me fere to bo ase na yɛ de ne fa bra wo de ba so a yɛ bɛgye ayɛ de bɛ de ato ama
okay
Omanhene kedetia bantima adwo so adwadifo no bebe na wo hɔ no ma ɔmo de sika kɔ bank na ɛwɔ din empo osman akora ne so sika fa kɔ to bank hɔ a sɛ bɛkɔ sɛ nko hɔ na dwabe rubber bank yɛ SMS alert no ɛyɛ active ba wo de sika kɔ to bank hɔ a bo sɛ prompt na alert no inside the bay aka which let's say yɛ som Ghana ma yie pa ti Omanhene sɛ dwadifo nyina sɛ ɛne sika ho de eti yɛ cash collection service no yɛ ba wa ne mrantie no so yɛ ati Omanhene de bagum ɔmba obaji sika kɔ to account no ma Omanhene sima na onya SMS alert no ɛno so no ɛyɛ free ebiem so no yɛn fixed deposit no sɛ de money yɛ kan no ɛno so yɛ biem amount bi a wo bia say so say kase o bomodi answer de baba na ni gisem ba ko wo mne so say ye no tena se na waka rate away de be wo pe which banks be na ye de be again say ba rural bank de ye no tena se na waka rate away pe na insi wono so ye Omanhene e mpemanim wani mu pa na ye kase nyina mo say be na so pese omo afre
okay
na ye branches no so no mo so omo ye de edwuma
that's right
edikan no dwaben ye wo chief palace
okay
bonwere your taxi rank
that's right
I guess so traffic light your left aboaso your asante line fumesa your taxi rank kedetia so kedetia gate 3 Dubai Roman Hill atonsu station ho ane wo new road so your motor mabosa enim
okay
onwese your Roman Catholic sepe your Gako house Pankrono so your Pankrono market
okay
Omanhene se dem sika no ban se organ ha nyina edoso ba pe banga when you budget party, Omanhene ne
Dwaben Rural Bank.
With your numbers to Dwana, be our friend na Genesis 0544 74 58 56 0544 74 58 56
0243 18 20 24
0243
18 20 24
Omanhene ya catch obia say on fa Ghana card digital address passport picture on account wo Dwaben
as account to be in so cry enye den
oh where mama fa yikitu wi nso obi wo ha na ayi kura e very big transparency accountability I just say you may dey na ye bi ni e fa say ibi a ye bia ano eye pepepe sisi pepepe enunti say eye yie ana ye ya eye yie ana ye ya
okay
ana say wedding bi na mo ye ana say asori kura na omo ye harvest bi a moto monsa free Dwaben Rural Bank ye beba na yaba be somo de wo ma ni say sika no ye begege ya gigi nyina na munya alert say de be ya bibia e be wi no scientifically mu be hu amount a e bai eno nso enya de a wa wi na wo be san kwase me kwa send text messages anasa me kɔ na makoma enipa ni nyina achiachia wo ye wo simple way a on sabit me aka message no and they say ye yie anasa your friend funeral anasa ye say bi a wo to ba din bi mpo na wa your birthday na wo say skasembe bam na be kwanimu a oto nsa free Dwaben Rural Bank ye beba ni abeso wasen fefefe ye dase
that's pa all right yeah to also a free hanomo yaw yem hwa de dollar no ene cedi no ntokwa no sisi akane nanka ye twetwe eye cedi na ye huru no na ye papa na pampem ene as a cedi boxing gloves na shisha no e wosoro yaw me friend jingle sisi a o say oba obi be sesa
me wo dollar
na wo ko sesa
me dey ba omo ho aba be
12.8
12 cedis 80 pesos.
Now Baba 13-1.
It's a 13 cedis 10 pesos.
Aye.
Okay.
Almost the old Jasus is here. And they say, oh, $1 now costs a sign. A 12.8.
12 cedis 80 pesos. Black market. Name
say, oh, quite a 13-1.
Is a mikuta cedi na me de ba budget $13 cedis.
Voila.
10 pesos.
13-1.
Ningina black market.
13-1. Okay. Former director, Ghana School of Law. Any Openi Kweku and Sansari. Papa no pay Obama Moache. Oh. Monsan friend of mommy. Was it Chief Justice who will kick him? He's only backing. He's making unnecessary noise.
She said, God now said, Omono said he seated Omono Musuno Mobile. They can't. I got a medical Casama mini, she said, no Mono said he seated Omono. She can't go without a fight. Oh, there's why a lawyer for near judge for Subaya.
Hard woman, tough.
Yes, I said they are always tough on judge for man or dressing. Tete all headmistresses should be no. Judge for man. So
oh, the line is off.
What kind of idea?
Mr. Sansari, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, I'm to say.
Nyamia do nimpo ye.
Ye do ba de ase. Anope Sompa. Ye ne etiefo ne ahwefo ye da wase se penina wa kwadare nimde e wo mramu sei no wa gibre se one ye kasa. Wadama you've been quoted as saying say Chief Justice suspended Chief Justice Tokonu injunction our filing ade na they are mere backing. I don't know if these are your words sir. Ebiana obina a coin no the amount. Where you are some can say obubum keke.
You made that say something. You have to add it. We are a year man and a better year a man.
Okay.
Now, two justices on that judiciary now. And sister or Manka every court today more judges in a court, Manka or not personal or what would now mean I or no not you can try honor a chat at that. You and now, yeah, my lord, I never thought of much. I won't you so a to make you so and you know,
Ejo wadaroma krata wode enam ne lawyer Godfrey Damiso say yemfa injunction to sa committee no so na mbem nipa mienu bi the chairperson Justice Puaman ene Adibu Asedu Justice also omone Tado sorry ono no council Emma one of the clients no akodi nkomo o mako akwaji o mani ntino onya fair hearing ntino omo de yenyi omo free mu no obali kwaku ansasare wo gine ho sai
yo neme de ni amu mi se that for man for the antiafo the dem no wan say that ma odi better for ni antiafo nkomo obe na anti de no say on the when you no quarantine committee no and answer to none from that so there on the for the other our continue so the no akoya attention just a few do all the for here. No, now I thought not for the Aputia will be an answer. I thought maybe Maputia will be. I will know now. Yeah, it's not a project. Yeah, the book will be a multi-note on the side. And the normal thing here, about the no. Now, almost I know upon every for to prosperate the community. Now, who let's say in 10 get or nothing. The more I want to frustrated from me, the more I must have the access so that there will be no end inside. Soon. About that, you losing. Talk on losing. Oh, mom, if you have no interest, or better than a lawyer for no, now, my whole point. And the more president said, it is inside my name, say, Abia, look at it, I'm ready, now I'm going and yeah, I'm not saying, Abia, a baby woman, and I did that boy who go for that, and I can't know of one, not committee now, yes, man, a better than you say, to buy the abode, I'm a woman. Oh, it is a frustrated party, almost done change. It is that for my minister or Yari. You are quite demanding. When you start the minimum, I am a committee engineer and classy because no, you are Yari not a old continue. Oh, but not the Ampa, no, Yari. That's what they
sorry. One no more case and a moment penny to no. I heard that you audio yen and your how be bra judiciary nama or more independence no I curtailed no. What are Roma? Ever judiciary no.
Judiciary no the case you have also no them you were independence not to I mean to Osha take 125 say yeah, Abe, and quarters are no, yeah, no, be doing some kind of young Teddy, they boom my Cabinet Getty. Wrong. Now, never mind a judicial NATO think at any Agua City about, yeah, sorry, or so, of course, my teacher's name, and so, of course, a follow, and I am saying, yeah, a bit to me, I'm going to be about Supreme Court. Judges, no. Technically, an airport, no. A market, you, woman war, talk of no upper, and our woman in upper, and you can say, but, and on a happy to Kaka or near airport. And so, yeah, that you know, Ubi, maintaining that, like I said, a lawyer for and a magana for one, so we are policy for Nine court candidate, who was the man for unity. Or you know, and share amount. Idea no bar, and boy of mine. They say, sorry, near Tata. Lawyer for now, 1 month per day. That you can be a banner. Yeah, Tata Trevor. Now, 1 more year, the Constitution not said, we did it teaching, echo my president, let the mutual amount be only 2,000 amount now. Yeah, cassette on change sign. Yeah, I want to see you say. All bono, chair, and John baby. Yama constitution, and yet you man, to be able to say, what you got right there. Ghana, Yapa, and Jumapa, etc.
Here I will go and answer no pay me down, Sipa. Okay. Former director, Ghana School of Law. Me was former deputy minister for energy. The young, energetic Ura, Collins Adamako, Efijak, Kwabre North Mrashebe Jani Ufia Memoache now I'm home to say some about Mark Modi our day we into Mabefi a brother Bayai more go school. Okay, I think it's in the pipeline. I think it's on the right direction. Whatever man, Mrashebe Jani more than SMP Dom Kumano Modia to Tuja Yentimi call Abra Wahayanka energy asem. I'm sir Mrashebe Jani woman Shia South. Yeah, Nana J. Bafo, where the Krata be Krako, CEO of PURC, Executive Director, say, anyway, I know, on suspended that price hike normally by 14.75%. If you say they are charging something that is not available, it will fee say a crime be so no PRC 1997 Act 538, you know, a castle was say a bought providers no whole bind. Name section 3D no so a bought 1 hour we use soon candy and whole bind and so a come as a PRC. Bambo no ya kohomo. And I don't know didn't come off for you, Regina Paul. Amuka say, Onyai fear mongering, no. Or see he's fixing it. And you fear mongering. 2.6 days, no. A chem Kanyano, they see until once. But it was assuring, say, a lot of Ghanaians praised you. You didn't come off, and I have to put it a feedback. Almost you were rather acting like the minister, giving assurance to Ghanaians, calming us down. Rather than fear mongering, no. Energy as it stands now. Ghana is here. And you know, my holding boy thing. Another one, data. Boy thing. Just oppose that to the dollar and the appreciation of the city by about 15%, no. But your me our mic no so your ho auntie. I so green.
I think I so green.
Ah, we okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the guy me didn't chat mao and what tea for no washafo. Mobile ham this is my first time I'm about. And you know I thank you for the opportunity. Some person dey in fee.
That's right.
Anytime we are go to Marcelo. I'm opportunity.
It's all good.
Fair, meaning can you answer and yeah, for so who could you do more lighter? You don't need anybody to tell you, say, do light.
Mammy found to just say, yeah, share Dr. Isaac to phone him. Santo Regional Communication Team, no. And this member, no, County. And yeah, share any. Mammy, you.
It's no, in the area. And Obiaji to men run Metro TV, good morning, Ghana. Mene Yura, the Venerable Kwesi Part. And an issue about energy buy. And Mr. Uncle Kwesi Nade was say, Collins, 2 weeks ago, can you feel ash? The lights, no, a cock, not back, a cock, not back, a cock, was in your main quarter, no overflow. He said this live on telly.
And right. Yeah.
And you know, nobody should kid us. Say situation, you know, is the best. Obian said there are challenges within the energy sector. But you see, before I ever talk about me, I'm near John, and he's my very good friend. I mean, one of the few NDC people like typical shadow of you, honest Timba Mifi, very good friend. What's an articulation?
Yeah.
On the energy matters. What you say on the day?
If you jedum.
I remember one session me on Metro TV. I see in the first 100 days of the NDC government, they're going to put together pragmatic, strategic decisions. In fact, I see a kind of all the energy sector now on any then candidate discussing. On Baba ring fence all a candidate now on their man. So there be ECG books, all the power.
We cleared.
It is a oba. That's a baby in common here. A car you bet 2 year, a car you bet 2 year. I see that when you say the car. Yes. Messrin. Then no, I say I have to clarify some issue here. Or can I say, yay MPP form. We tricked him. You invited him by a program. Any man in the Kasaya, I want to go 2.5 days.
So more tricky. How do you trick him?
That's exactly the point.
Now, but the Committee on Energy, no.
It's chaired by
Parliamentary Select Committee on Energy, no. Say I are gonna tell.
It is chaired by.
The one a tricky, no.
I don't know. It is chaired by Bejra.
Abejra.
He is the chairman of the committee.
To Bejana chicken.
In fact, Bejana invited media. Say the opening session of Minister Mebekasa.
Cover.
It was at that meeting, and no making statement said, you fuel like 2.5 days. Everybody panicked. 2.5 days. Especially because just 4 months ago, no Kasagani you fuel in 5 hours.
Yeah.
And you had to come back to vet to clarify. It says, 5 hours now come. It was specific to one terminal plant. Lo and behold, Okasabia you pay ya and Greek for buy. Greek for buy ya and it was say, this is what we are hearing from the minister. What is the situation? The Greek for my data. I have a copy of the data here. You can share with you. Greek for data and show say it is just one thermal plant, which is
thermal plants also does.
In fact, it will occur 12 days. And to a businessman, no minister Kasaka 2.5 days. You panic. What it means, they say, oh, Sompa immediately I saw failure with diesel generator.
Edisio.
And our point was that onion to was here. A humanity there, in a very technical area, or not there or a deputy minister, or be an acting minister, or be a ranking member on the energy committee for 8 years. So he has the facts.
It will name day.
It will name the so hunina. The any can say, Omanhene Kasano Emrafo. Name said the last week or Kasai or say fuel abiduno. That's the kind of things we want to hear. Because then it brings confidence in the system. Say at the end and everybody's fine. Greekophobia share. You was like Greeko. I don't know Ashanti region. I asked the question at the committee. Miss, I don't know Ashanti region. They be a light off. Not even the voltage.
Hey.
So what is the issue?
Your friend half current. What is the voltage? Half current.
And then the issue, so on what day as Greeko there, bringing the power and the Omodiaba, and we must show they done what they have to do. ECG's ability to take the power.
Any assembly. And only agree.
And any assembly. So, a multifaceted issues. I say in the ethnicity. That's why we are advising the minister. Say, we are all available. We will never be destructive. As a minority, we will never be destructive. And that is why I shared that sense of bad power. What I say, because the decision was that how things are going to play out. But see, the at the end, I feel the debate on the floor. I focus my attention on Ashanti region. Oba Ashanti region so Oba be special watete. Oba no call regional minister. Ofi no call mention. Me patro sa baby me you do light no go you do no.
Yeah, we hope
there's a standby generator. There's always a standby plant I will mention. O 2-4 nana sorry me mumu. You do lighter. It comes up. It is so a minister now person the real effect of doom so in Ashanti region. Bracket here. Come to a doom. That is where the business people are. I hope now the generators are blazing. That's the point. Intimacy. Yeah, you best support him. You support him to do his work. But the truth of the matter is say. Now say by the way, I can't say Papa do be now my light. Because Abu be Papa do be at the top. Why you be so? I mean, this kind of explanation, yeah, as a minority, you best support him. We'll do our best because maybe and maybe I'm more patas and I like to many. If I am so no part I'm telling you, man, we all want things to work, but young now and Kase because we want to support you, they will be okay. We'll continue to criticize, but criticize constructively.
That's positive. About no chiapa home meet eduno enum. Dr. Azitu for you so when him so be ban here to chenkomo. Yankwenim on the issue of the city.
Yeah.
Now, Enra Dr. Siama Ekai say Magana for ehunu say like a 9-day wonder. Komodino mudi no. Any anama or mututu no. See this stability no. The outlook remains favorable. And to not just say idea on which must sustain no. Now pundits ne omo munim they were financing adi nyina bankers nya adi na akọ wie say is it sustainable? and no Abekasa as a governor of Bank of Ghana said the outlook is favorable. It remains favorable, not just one. Osaso Kai, about 3 weeks ago, now Branson Mantikona said, oh, they have enough gold reserve to cushion the city. 3 years, there was massive work. Dr. Babu, we also saw the Nanoabe too about the city, no. We must say as a person credit kakra because Bank of Ghana can't so my Juma no. They have injected 459 million into forex. You know, my penny grass can want some say it is no fluke. It is the injection of forex, no, and a trick, you know. Now they will see to it that it is maintained. Minority must say they are not spending. Government expenditure is curtailed. Districts, municipalities, agencies, virtually nobody is spending. And you know, I better to say it is good for the optics. Mami too.
No, first of all, me when you say the communication, say if I have to praise, I praise.
Okay.
We are Ghana na a few weeks ago. Na okoto dollar at 16 cities. Okoto dollar at 15 cities. Madam will be fair, Mr. Collins. Now me pay $100,000. 3 weeks ago, now me here 1.6 million. I'm at 2 months ago, now me here 1.6 million. And then me here 1.3 million. That is a 300,000 difference.
30,000.
300,000.
100,000 to 3 billion.
Yes, 300,000. That is significant.
Huge.
You know, so we position you bet me can the person and but Kayet the war ben one who take credit for it.
Okay.
It's I don't have a problem. Say NDC take a credit for it.
Okay.
I say about my passport. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
So would you have to say the who say and let dollar number 13 cities. Fantastic. So that can sustainability. May bomb buyers, me baby to fuel. I do 13 because dollar no and our exchange rate volatility is a key component
of the
pricing.
The pricing on petrol.
You know, when who say price number 13, 13.89. Fair transport fares.
May 25th. Remember that. Better so.
If you don't have before, I'm going to cherry. Say 10 cities.
8 cities.
And you know, I don't have a problem. Say, media to say they've done some work. And to Moka say, "Oh my yard, the more my baswa." If I say, "Minam wa ben mo,"
Can be two.
Can be two no. $70 buffer. So you have to accept that. It's also important and beginning now communication. They say, "Oh, 5 months, yeah, no, my no mama." You may be SC. I've seen that communication is beginning to change.
Almost a sound narrative.
Almost some because Oman will say within this 5 months, no, and yeah, no, $1
okay.
They are acknowledging say effort because in the previous government.
Okay.
And I mean, 2 days ago, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and I was happy about it. Or can say me, or say Mahama admits inheriting 8.98 billion reserves from previous government.
Okay.
That for me was very significant. That for me was very significant. And this was Mr. Mahama himself.
Okay.
Or say, with my jaw online, Mahama admits inheriting 8.98 billion reserves.
Says they see, I almost say, I caught 10.
Okay, it's no.
Now you say
technically no. About less than 2 billion account.
yes. Yes, almost 10 billion.
2 billion no $1 number from no.
Okay.
But the reserve no is a key component of why the dollar is depreciating.
Now over 2.8
on acknowledging. In terms about like I say, you should also acknowledge effort. Previous government.
Yeah.
Ne sebe one dollar no depreciating. I'm also a rise here on carbon. But that does not also mean say my more or more abaso for what they have done. You should also be magnanimous enough to accept say or my new maybe a manako maybe a could dream.
Okay.
Name what kind of so no you shouldn't be overpraising yourself. You should also take your time to understand say gold reserve now ye can one seven And now I know can say 31 tons.
You left 30.
You left 30.98 tons, which means that within 5 months they've added less than 1 ton. There's nothing wrong with Sompa acknowledge say His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baum, your gold purchase agreement for the buyer. Your gold reserves almost 30 tons.
From 8 tons to 30.
From 8 tons to 30. And would they less than 1 ton account? Would they as one of the reasons why we see the no appreciate you should be magnanimous enough. So because oh doc, most of my buyer the more ye in it, a boy am a young high. Because ye down 8 tons, said ye ever told no one, and can we appreciation of the CBC. Okay. So you acknowledge that. There's nothing wrong with that. I also acknowledge, said the liquidity, dollar liquidity in the system has gone up through the gold board. My only problem with the dollar depreciation, and CD appreciation, and I say, as a now is hinged on the gold board. Gold, so protocol say a depletable, and yet resource, answer that. It's what happens, and then the price of gold on the international market
is high,
the highest. It is a ton, 10 tons or 10 tons of gold. Dollar the bump system very high, so the liquidity will be more. What if the price of gold comes down?
I don't say another
fantastic. And then no, I say many unquestioned parts what radios. No, say Collins. Advice for the government communicators and they say, cautious
in overpraising.
In overpraising the
but
issues.
It's early days.
It's early days yet. But take governor and say it's sustainable. I mean, if the dollar comes down, it eases business. If you are for businessmen, it eases the tension. It's many budget. But I'm saying, say, you're careful. See about young overemphasizing on gold. And coming young, can you bear me? Then say, and can the appreciation of the city is as a result of manufacturing, as a result of agriculture, as a result of agriculture, as a result of manufacturing. Hence, I don't come in and it is sustainable. But because I just gold, any time there's an issue with the gold, you have an issue.
So Moka say, the dollar is depreciating, the city is appreciating, but it is not reflected. You just the phone, and I said because petrol, I show, intimate show much on cement.
Because
a show on iron rods, so a show iron rods boaba from, but the daily nearma ye did dwyer tono as a name bo kwan e koso and no ye jadi fo ya na
school economy very consumer behavior petrol no dey a quarterly
review adjustment
quarterly review and tell you a drop it you can easily have the effect on the next window.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Tell you a quite simple.
Automatic.
Because BDs is almost $1 no be a oil neighbor no be
calculating.
Absolutely. The next window before we $1 number for what it means that they will need less CDs to go and buy the same quantity of oil now no the bank.
Okay.
A direct.
Okay.
What's a quarterly review?
Okay.
But we are offering number from China last 2 months. Offering 15, 16. On yet too sure of the stability of the CD, the currency.
Into the old stock, no to mean to
stock, no say or to reflect the 13 now banwa. Maybe at the time was I offer no money in 6 months time, no. Not dollar nas akosro or anything. Or anything. 18 he's or yeah, the uncle phone, they are very, very careful. They are very careful to immediately reduce the prices. Almost check the system. And I'm so kind for you. Almost a spare pass, no. Almost a spare pass, yes. Almost got tall at a certain price. Whether the stability will continue for a very long time.
And you almost also change.
Almost train.
Obuya monitor. Now say you're able to me monitor.
Of course, but first, because petrol has immediately gone down. transport fares can easily go down.
Okay.
Because petrol price is a key component in the calculation of the fares.
Okay.
If once last week we were 15, then we were 13. Not just the cost of transportation to the driver and other.
Okay.
It's also benefit away.
What to me take akra edomye. It's
It's
as it stands now, no.
As it stands now, there.
It will take some time.
2-3 months. So customers who say a failure as I didn't dinner at that part.
I almost go find him, man.
15 cities. It took us 13 cities. Now I said, or you know, say at the time was I could find many biome. I was at 13 cities now. Then walk on the 13 cities is here.
They do on our page.
Because it's all sacrifice money. So that is the issue.
Hey, I said, oh,
it's even taking some time before it take effect. But generally, I think so. Ghana now who say the cities appreciate now. And so we're more with it because it's good for business and my business for me planning. Name more praise the Abaya should also understand say Abaya a certain foundation be our previous government
the man so what book quiet to her.
Even the president himself. Adeakye said Obaya now reserves or $8.98 billion on only less than $2 billion account.
Tia no kwent to me enyina so nkasa
and on that $2 million kwent to me nkasa and no na dollar na it was because Obaya na foundation bi wo Obaya na gold reserve bi wo and na man
aye
but of course I don't have any problem say we be born over so Obaya after force and on na maniti kono
Oje fans.
That's
how we are who she enjoy. Ah, Libre Drew. On our platform.
Absolutely. So you acknowledge that
okay.
Making.
All right.
One key thing so you say he's not spending.
And no one say, or spend there, maybe so. You are a finance person.
So when you spend,
if government begins to spend,
yes.
OTR contractors car, what happens?
So there's money in the system. So the CD circulation is very high. The tendency for Obi Okuta CD. The tendency for Obi Okuta CD to buy dollars out the best no very high. So once the CD in circulation is very high, no, and so when we say a fair depending kuta scano, it will be to make dollar transactions.
Okay.
Then there's a lot of pressure coming on the dollar.
Okay.
And then the good thing about him and say he's not spending because of DDEP.
Domestic Debt Exchange Program.
No. Most of the repayment has been postponed to next year.
E kana nanka emra so sa fi obetua no.
What's budget? Most of it has been postponed.
Omoni di komo.
Say o kai de on ebetua 2026. E be 2027.
I'm Matias.
But
Momo, you have paid a price on that.
Absolutely.
Because DDP no Momo Tiaka.
Thank you. But nipa no say ono what was say ya nisika no yentua ye no. Aban say ka dollars na keso go tua. That dollar now is available for other businesses.
Which means they are not repaying
now because of the DDE
loans.
Next year, started because most of them are foreign denominated loans. Next year, you could tia, $dollar now, it means the pressure on the dollar now will go up. It's but as I said,
but I'm buying also the OBEX spending.
Only option
because the municipals, the district assemblies, as I speak with you now, this is about supplies have gone. It's here they are spending. The 10 billion push, it will come into fruition. It's or status or spending. You will anticipate to say the dollar will begin to.
And that is why I caution almost say, in as much as for the gains we've made now, cautious. Because I was say cautiously optimistic. Say the say,
we have arrived.
Now you could do baby na kosra na fe akoye nsembere.
Tanya ba sa dia nka mo so gains.
Na say we share communication ya me de bia meka. When it is good, you acknowledge, you praise, encourage. But who praise you almost no? They say almost now they also acknowledging.
So you did something.
Previous government yeah. At least any foundation be among call.
Dr. Adeakye for Akwaba.
Yeah, Reverend.
Now point to say. Yeah, the body I say. Yeah, share dollar CD appreciation and depreciation. And a whole since I saw Emma Omanhene and yaka energy. A Ghana for baby Ashasi Kasa say Jinapana Montio energy sector her name. I buy a buy doom saw is like is looming. My branch was in danger is looming. Yes, the energy, any dollar no. I want some.
That's the power when you're there, mammy. Mechia, a tea for the Africa, a real opinion, and the honorable. First time I meet Shiano.
That's right.
You hear with TV, so
Aye.
Let them make
Tomato and not piece, and I know will be the shame of piece of it. So
now we say, my side the chop palm amount, and
I know she now. I have cried, why are they? Pressure our Equano Sunti, why are they?
That's how I did my chop pan or so. Mechia Kura, Krobia Santo Cotoco, a brand new His Excellency, and the regional minister of Munina Mechel. Maybe me follows from Anopaone, you are contact.
I Santiago.
I say, honorable amount, come on, no. I think.
Are they?
The entire make us woman I had they say, also can normally. You share MPP in this Yanaka here banter.
Sure, no.
No, get that type Nibia. No, buy no, fast and figures no year who juma.
And but that is how it should be.
That's how it should be. But Debia Pribibre, Riana, over Bananasi, two foot to go among for any. Tonight is also correct. That is also to be good among for any. The honorable Medas so am and Comono, a more Adahosa. Now, energy as my walking, you do lighter. You need men people in DC. Even say Otifina, who hear light the eye, the iron shake craft fan and ball why come on. You be doing another shoe when you're the part. The by economics are yeah, Casa will be in us, economy based stable without energy. Say a Canadian intimate in us, and found you see any share by the bay and fa. Auntie, a idea who here, pana. Ye Gusua to normal. Send a pen on ye yanisa. I mean to be met Trahanka said no men in other naquem, and they are trop, and I'm near crying, and I may sremo. I be like you do men rock, you do no maybe I may auntie. And Obercard for Fubia, a buffoon or Beshaman for no. Srena yes, Ghana for Yam America Cramae, and Yabuapai, and Yabuapai. Honorable Chirima, you know her, your energy sector now. Your woman, work as woman generate. When I be IPPs, ne VR phone. No movie ananka good cook. Assume no the upper. Or no transmitter or no transmitter ananka ECG. Ache. Watch it the few money you may cook. As you see, oh, hey, baby, I eating in a big janana. Aside the kind that only day. But I say, I had to say, yeah, the mechanic say, yeah, the jerry kind, and I say, pine can save in the consumer be share good bucket. It's generation in the eba. Now the one general distributor in few. I wanna what you know what I want to say. To say that no booking last was it last week? After the in the moment the buy and they say Kwakwa do you saying I could see light pool summer. Wait, and he found your casa same way. Actually, I said Kwakwa do we see light pool sunama. I shall see almost say a doom no rage few say oh amount for baby area. Almost see a baby transformer. Rage on
for you see certain incompetence on the part of ECG.
Me sana mi huno. Aha. Sana mi huno as we are engineers now the technical people more hono. Say if things are not going right. Say be a memeti and make us a generation in your issue no. Na say generation the issue. I didn't know to make.
Yeah.
Me who didn't hear a 21st century, we are public servant, we are civil servant. So who should also be intimidated? What about me intimidated? I don't know. Oh, kind of crana. It's why not? Oh, kind of crana. Daily busy.
Hey, I will be paying.
Oh, that say because politicians near my for choir, and they do a new bitch. But so what kind of crana? No crana in the what presented data magan and you know, I say baby no. It me who said I mean come put there ECG mess wrong. They should up their game. Yes, I did be the subordinate bombs. See, yeah, the subordinate bomb.
And said the more who year free are buying the alcohol.
Oh, so I know I buying.
but also the governance executive no mostly no yeah na can you nyina so yi ye ball man penny John Dramani Mahama etiriso
send ni nyina first na yi ni nyina do na akogina production na kasa generation na first na honorable no ye deputy into ono kwa
energy minister
na first no do na gina generation. And as I say, no, in previous NDC government, MPP government, we done so well with generation. I say, cry, yes, I bear 12 second phase. I said, to see any challenge, also see and the ECG, who's a challenge.
The president said, sir, they are working around the clock to not a total sale of ECG, but management. So they want and sort of IPP partnership. Yes. Are you getting me? Like, yes, I they want a hand, and just an external hand to come in the management of ECG.
Yes,
people also see that in the end, PDS, a coin be so a person ton ECG, but as you won't coin person ton.
Oh, I didn't ton it. When it comes to you know what to say health and energy, would be needing a private sense of my behavior.
Okay.
And Tiana, he has a government soon sabu. Now ECG, how can say ECG in almost how they three management, managerial side, and at the technical side, no about more a finance and finance and private media for managerial, but the technical is a waster. A what system? You say energy na produce more monochrome. The bedroom hono na fine dey. Enyunuko. I know hono. Now Obama managerial side na. The omodi ama isisi ekura na say yen jiji keke. Report a report by a now a company back who almost 60 accounts. No more under declare. You say oh share hono na I say you know the public in the servants or more nkomo eso mo ye yi no omo ne make so mo ne abem nkrofo bi
aye kana
na just say wo hwe yi see report me honorable ha say e bia e no ntimi nka but ono onim say honom ECG e honjo enti private ye abem nyina say sa ni pasema e do so bebre wo ha
interface no
and only person ye feel na MPP time we try with Haptel but no so ko wi actually the say
I say how tell there. Omo the sobo kobo say Dr. Baumia Kradia. Ebe wi ase. Now it's found now says e woni mo hwe.
Na me e ne dia kwa na be me resource say no nye issue. Yeah, this issue now they say the energy we have to have a stable energy. And when you have to be politics in a way stable, I say stable. It no na me fa kwan so aka che minister. Kasa na ya dos. Yes. Obo aka so we government communicator, you shouldn't say this, but kasa no yados. Kasa no yados. We should be frank. Can you do na in a party food so
let's
remember a
dollar city.
It this a jadifo ne Ghana for any arishimu. Oh, and from my ebon came from a papa na ebon because from 17 you to be $1 to 17 cities, 16 cities. That's and I drop it about 12 point something. Even say at the 13 in point, that's a massive improvement.
That's right.
I think I say a day in swap up a beer day. Then so no sha the phone be brief. Say if you over to see na I say as I know mass I if you say Dr. Baumia Eche no crowd at 2 cells and the key my IGP but was still breaky. It's any news. But there and none of them one person me share a phone Ghana for 18 years. About we normal yeah no and a normal dear go criminal. I normal a bit me don't say soup and a bit macase and pass it this time around. This CD no will be stable. It been say a bit more cancer and mobile more for any policy behind my your policy in your slogan. Policy. So buy a cry, buy in your CM for your son cash a crown and say a policy. Now you see a policy a kind pie, say that physical discipline. Okay. Fiscal discipline. The hard say ye nimsum. send your mind you spend the sika I told be our cushy no a dawson to do cushy how just say you share that creative venues former chief justice Duce or see create Luton share
justice Duce
we share quite a fast year normal now where a choir a fast a sika you're buying by just Independence Day celebration 6 March. Thank you. A budget at 20 million. And so I buy new shoe just 1 million. And don't know how no service car. You hear appointments are all ministers in Kuwait my family base. I buy NPP buy of 125. You think you buy a plan of 500. And cannot create my cassette still na head. Yatiso. Then so I 60 no crisis say 56. I can 4. It is a honor no. Ubeti my cassette wide. Wakati expenditure so. Some normal way that physical discipline and no ye physical concession baby who here no that's how wasteful expenditure yet so no ye gidi say and no beboa I beboa ma send ye discount no I don't know it second thing say dollar no and they are you know dollar inflow bebre ebe say bana say ye dini nyafu sisika benti ne ye nchame ho and as ye fanya normal who here at the end no there is see that and no I beam the basi but this time around sa no man is CBM the make say CBM na kwaya ya fa so ayese fight corruption say ye buy pre omo e wa ban that day no no ye di regional court o ye ko ni fie ko search bi in a way me a sign of a caution ye dem wa wo ban wo sisi e wo serve this current government say almost say na ba na you want a D Cocosechi 3 the 3 1 food, a fish on your maswa.
Ah, boy, be a
the idea ye mean Jimmy same people beba. Na say or no, and no, you know, yes, you call for a war bemu, na say Sikabi for Monsasia. And that province have Emma, or you are the number hospital. No, will be a quite 7 in mind, you know, education minister. What 7 was so mine? National Sky Train 2 million train by Scanish Wamba, and no, you're training in court. Dubois and I know signals or no say it is also the war bemus see and make cardiac tray and call for. Nasa also Babana or the Cotiquine Befaswa Befa Ganisika. Kaya who say yen trabans 50 years of crana. Yes, you be free so. And I one should be near expiry date.
That's right.
And some of my way I normal as a Ghana for in Yasa to so say and pass it this time around. You don't know baby Quema Mesca as Regina. And I never could be one person can be improving a import substitution. Then the video I no me studio I see from we in the Ghana and no me share near in Frabontina buy. It is dollar the bass crana this is how so are they Ecoto. It is yet me a normal a bit in a man Norman Bibriaka. Say laptop the intimate Akoko intimate or Ghana. No, can say laptop maybe a new the air conditioner intimate TV intimate. In the Akoko very so this is yes Akokra. And this are a bit is a feed gun a dear bay. Let me say a buy no ye liba coffin. Now a normal no nipa be here. Send a bay and cocoa ye in me old school now one research be near a genetically modified food. Now may prepare people and may prepare people for a presentation. And then they say annually, Ghana acquire almost 60 million worth of tomatoes from Boakye. Now, Oko Srima Matna Tamale so 8 years. Now Oko Tamalia, Unya Track Kentampo. Dawa number 1 and Sassano. Say Buhos Sassano Crano, a Yepton Bokina de no. And she ain't me for Biahe. Near Safaka said, second now pay a maybe. One nam tamale, a walk wine or swa. Both a cast 9 2 Sikana, or more boxes. Says Sasa. When on your rocket science. The way Nana may fast for their share, your Mebuno, you always say, near Juma, near money. I say, this is an opportune time to invest. Youth now. You see a feed gun, Abba now already so we provide the land. We provide the seedlings. Even machines. Your plant poor, the government is about to establish machines here the back lie in Sassano machines yɛde bɛdua machines yɛde bɛ harvest sanoma no nyinaa aban no is ready to provide nti na bɛbunu yɛ bɛbunu na wotie mi a sɛ yɛbɛtumi akyekyere yɛ man ne yɛsidi ɛne yɛsi kasɛm bɛtumi agyina yi a ne nyinaa ɛgyina yɛ so sɛ yɛ so ɛbɛ involve yɛ ho wɔ sanoma no mu ɛnɛ the government are extending invitation to churches and institutions so ɔmo so bɛ involve ɔmo ho ɛwɔ agric nti churches ahodoɔ a yɛhwɛ is it Pentecost me ama sorry Pentecost yɛhwɛ sɛ Pentecost so ɛnyɛ school ne hospital nkoa ne prisons ɛne ebesi ɛne fire service stations na emom ɛsɛ yɛwɔ farms ne yɛ obi deɛ ɛnso ɛsɛ yɛtumi tirim wɔn nsase ne deɛ egu bebree saa na mehwɛ sɛ ɛyi ne som ahodoɔ ne schools ahodoɔ no so ɛde ɔmo ho bɛhyɛm sɛ ne bɛyɛ a ɛnɔɔma yɛ kra bebree no sɛ ɛyi no pada ne yɛsɛ yɛde bɛma yɛ young girls ama ɔmo ɛtumi free SHS yɛ obetumi akɔ no makɔ ne yie ɛno nko annually na ɛsɛ ɛyi o $300 million sɛ nyɛ sɛ yɛnya companies ɛwɔ Ghana ha ɔmo betumi ayɛ na nka saa $300 million no sɛ even sɛ yɛ $2.7 billion na aba just the first quarter $300 million ɛsɛ free mu na ɛsɛ ade akɔ krap adaba na kwasi konsumo gyina kwantia di sɛ yɛbɛtumi akyekyere ɔman ne yie ne yɛ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ ma Ghana ɛdi yie na yɛ sikasɛm ɛyɛ na atɔ apee na ɛyɛ yi na yɛ yi a mɛsrɛ sɛ aban na provided that opportunity sɛ yɛbɛtumi amɛntie ne yɛ sika no bi wɔ ha se a sɛ na no drabok agric yɛ one area yɛbɛtumi amɛntie ne over $1 billion rice yɛ important koraa nyɛ asɛm ketewa eti yɛ mmabunu ne wɔn a wɔtie nyinaa no this is the time we have to get involved. We are a Greek one area. Sika wɔ hɔ paa. Sika wɔ hɔ. Na sɛ ana me hwɛ sɛ me establish a poultry farm bi. Though a capital intensive, but returns no so yɛ massive. Na me hwɛ nam pharmacy kura me ko bi pharmacy a pharmacy sɛ ɔbɛsɛ start pharmacy a proper one no when ya say within 250 to 300,000 Ghana cedis. But agric poultry no nko akra no after say in the broiler no na wo ya after 3 months no are you ready to harvest say nkosua no na nkosua layers na wo ya and no after this 6 months and no so are ready o lay eggs no mo to sa say catfish na wo ya no say 6 months tilapia
this is a yam for any nko
youth no men and youth no na and all rubber man come na how are you never check your mind.
All right.
It's them come on in beauty. No. Yemi and nko.
Okay. Now let's look at another angle. The issue of Chief Justice. Now, the Chief Justice has filed an injunction against the committee. Now, filing and on us to say, second defendant of the injunction, Justice Puamai, and the third is Justice Adeakye Abia. Nasem Nyinane say one of the petitioners, the council, and a Theodosori. Now she's seen them in a way officer ebema fair hearing a judgment abebano I skewed because a choir information or gather and infonia better abontie nyina hu bi no so sorry ni omo ase omo ji omani ase omo edin komo no ni ade to fee say enye ne kwaso no enti what the injunction akoto so esan say wasa de akokot no say court no and stop your man peni jo mama from say all was suspending no kopim so omo be ye case na wie eno da ho eno si sam penifo mi no so yemma omo kwan emo omo metra committee no so Mami Brown.
So first of all, this is the first time we share.
That's right.
And Madam answer for the kind words. I'm share for the kind words.
Okay.
A few education on energy sector. Normally energy sector problem be about place ECG. ECG. Obia bo ECG.
But just so on a G sika.
Okay, so
And the same wow hoy.
and to buy
I same self ja kwabra. Also on frɛ DC.
I'm friend straight.
Yeah, frɛ because when you to abama. When you know also share contract.
Just last weekend and you could share all the power players.
Okay.
Na ECG for buy. They were the last. They said that they almost share last because Obia about ECG the car. ECG the car. ECG the car. ECG for buy and able to almost say now. What is this issue about ECG? And yes, inefficiencies, mobile no mobile mungo diska. Managing director ni be na was on number. Muntie mi yepa. Now before we ban on my PowerPoint presentation, okay. I have a copy here.
Okay.
And no then financial strain. Also number. They be out to say it's ECG. Say ECG and ye 100% efficient. Ya titi yesi kenyina problem me be making ye 100%. Ye be ye correct we still make a loss.
Almost 100 now be saboka.
O de yan yi bibia papa ya say inefficiency in ECG is inefficient.
Everything is 100%.
Everything is 100%. On Boakye. Why? Because omo direct costs, which is cost na sika omo ko tofi IPPs wo ba no, is higher than the tariffs that you bail.
Oh, okay.
So even before ombeka omo inefficiencies, administrative costs no, they are at a loss.
Okay.
And they gave us this data. Let me just, with your permission, 2023, omo total revenue, which is bailing, I saw omo kwaji na 22 billion. Omo direct costs, 22.7 billion. So even before they start,
almost the cap 0.7 billion.
1 billion. 2024, omo total collection was 18 billion. Omo direct cost was 26 billion.
More than the revenue. Don't forget, say the IPP negotiation here call no. Many papa we eco negotiation. Me say mama thermal plant, which is a generator. Nemo generator now they ban. Me am my petrol.
Me am my petrol. Unfortunately, petrol now are buying the bema. It is not part of the tariff structure. It will say obi bill electricity for bar now utia bill now. Petrol no, the component of the petrol now.
Enkaho. Nene where no motuma
absolutely
generate anyama holding it
so the question is not really, I'm not an ECG communicator. Omu inefficiencies. Senkomu inefficiencies no mutimi ye ho adwuma e bia na ka revenue be more na ma cost number from kakra. But the truth of the matter is that how we negotiated with the IPP
was poor. I think World Bank spoke about it.
Absolutely, and that is why even the minister himself in presenting the budget, and I just want to read the budget for you to listen.
Okay.
Just give me some few minutes. Me at force me penasem or a candidate or can okre or say he himself will call paragraph 253 and we'll do a budget and the person can look at it. 2025 energy sector measures. Paragraph 253. IV. We intend to complete the IPP capacity renegotiations. Absolutely.
Because
to generate some savings through negotiated lower fixed capacity charges. This is in the budget. Which means Abina on one case acknowledges the way they signed the previous contracts. Amwa. But at the time I know more signers are contract. Not the lights were off. It's when you are going into a negotiation at that stage, you go with a lower strength. The other can be and
it becomes a knee-jerk reaction.
Knee-jerk reaction. And at that time, and now to install capacity of 5,630. At the time I know yes our negotiations now the peak time so we be also on the Kenya be a year man. It was around 2,800.
Okay.
But year signing IPPs and not installed capacity was getting close to 5,000. So at any point in time, about 6 of the thermal plants is what
and so you
take or pay. So ECG for a buy committee no almost say honorable mudi atemu abonten yeti o na the real issue is not ya beli ayemeje here.
So the crux of the matter,
the crux of the matter,
sa petrona.
It's the crux of the matter is the cost associated in buying the energy, no,
from the IPPs,
absolutely, no? The generators, no, and say their mama. And now I don't know. So that one of the unfortunate things for ECG is say IPPs, no, they quote in dollars.
Yeah,
it's ECG for quote in dollars. A some better amount in cedis.
So in the end, not just any ECG 14.7 equal to the atomino. Ye jaw man come 80.
So PRC for buying. And we some say PRC. My last letter mo the buy. Abraham won now say 14.something%. One of the key components of it was exchange rate volatility. Say your exchange rate no nyame adom about 13.
There na moye.
We must have a cheme. Ono bo kan na wo do so do. You say see ana.
You wait my who bibi.
Now even the danger, I can't wait. The danger they say.
See Canada.
Aha. Or say Canada also. And in the budget, no, I told us, say every 2-3 years, yeah, major tariff adjustments. And the key word is major,
which means on the page.
It may this fourth quarter.
It may see fourth quarter.
This fourth quarter.
TCG for you say be 50-something%.
It is in the budget.
No one to me yet. Government better at this 40.7 about for charging.
Okay.
Omundim na say NDC
Paragraph 254. Open machine mamenka.
Kai.
Mr. Speaker, as agreed with the IMF, and Hano, we will come to that. Because the IMF negotiations no and kase upward adjustment.
Okasa adjustment. Till you can
so it can
bring
be
it down.
And that is
now
why
someone okay say in the end there was a cost.
There be intina PRC for buy me buso mo committee meeting they say.
I know I'm say can be also.
Me busa say into adjustment now more is it because of the IMF negotiation? No, say no. The parameters they are the same.
Okay.
All that IMF catch was say make sure say you implement the parameters now they are to what they be ano.
To ensure say
now see asema atoforsen kai. PURC will continue to implement the quarterly tariff adjustment to reflect changes in inflation, exchange rate, and generation mix. In addition, PURC will also undertake the major tariff adjustment, which will be due in the fourth quarter of 2025. It's October, November, December. No? November, December. No? We should again have 1 tier, and this is the budget.
And sharing will say
there will be a major tariff adjustment
to 14.7 credits.
And this one. And this is from the budget.
So bind there. Obe do heavy obey adjustment.
The component here exchange rates and exchange rate number.
So a bit me do ona ebia.
But some more catch on say omo budget natural say omo financials no loss omo yen is almost 10 billion.
There was some page
so much take cancel. But I'm saying say what the tariff adjustment go on better cancel here consumers be bread.
Okay.
It is important that the point of renegotiations no, is done as quickly as possible. The cost now the kotono. And hanya sadia.
Mami ti o ti awa wo tokuno ho.
Tokuno oko heaven ba. On be pama.
Hey,
it's a done deal. It's a
Una ya bo ma ya dwon. Ya bo ma say she's a goner.
She's a goner. Yeah. It is it's something that is being planned. And you know, even before the elections, the NDC, top officials, on various platforms, almost EC chairperson, in fact, really the chairman of the party, say EC, Tokon, Obeko. Now, petitioners and lawyers in Chatukata. Petitioner no say or the aba ni yampamu CJ no all but the committee no the lawyer Chatukata. The lawyer for the petitioners Title sorry Chatukata, who are known people, everybody knows. NDC lawyers call conference more NDC lawyers conference. They are keynote speakers. And I'm a so as for the decision to sack the woman, it's already been taken. Cosmetic. Or delay the process. But a strong buffer on the power. Now, the president's problem, I want to say, the constitution says the decision of the committee, he's bound by it. President, I'm going to report about what I said. He is bound by the decision of the committee. It has a many there. There's nothing will change about it. The danger for me, for our democracy, no, and that's where, and you see the Shia MPP, me Shia me for MPP for near Kasa. We didn't have some other. Okay, say ye be electoral commissioner. Your friends
Charlotte say.
Me as an MPP person, I told colleagues say, Master, me I don't see the use of that. I don't believe in that. Me, to come back to hunt you one day. And the danger, the end is for years say. And two few say, Nami had not say MPP for power. Bafu Bonnie and I say whoever becomes the chief justice. No better. What are you talking about? And that is where the danger is. Anyone say democracy no. One because judiciary here the only arm. Yen ne Janeko. Absolutely. And now a lawyer former or Kasa or see even the Supreme Court judges now.
And now can the bench. What is this? Yeah, Ebi ejina tokuna fan ebi switchina.
If you have
acting
a
chief
Supreme
justice
Court that is divided on partisan lines like this, there's no democracy.
That's not democracy.
The Adeakye Abia say, Mr. Mahama controls the executives. They control parliament.
And now,
and they want to control the judiciary. It's a recipe for disaster.
Doctor asking to form me too.
Senior, me call a chief justice there. No, me constituency youth organizer. Our friend has sent the best. Also a child. Stephen Atta Junior. Our South East.
Okay.
Youth organizer, deputy youth organizer. No pay so the child. Senior,
Honorable okay.
Honorable okay. And yeah, I didn't say, or say, it's planned. Let's say, you will feel crying, you know, my bemu near Shisha.
No, I should shout.
Oh, that. And the men in Yadrion, and your plant. Ya in Ghana, the Brana Yajuma. And they embrano so, Article 146, H. Faswa, ye Chief Justice. And you're 15 years, Sabia. No your face, send an anno pay or contact us a judge, Maromania, all cows were montage ship. How do I found? And yes, if you are not tired, ship your fit. And I once ranch, oh baby, and I be your year winter. Name no one means any generation.
That's a petition back. What's a mamma and ranching? What's a mamma or back? Now, Raffia, or some mamma or send us Sika Sachin to my minimum into Pomoro.
I know there's some mommy. Reverend, and no one say international. They say, and no one say international. As I know, mommy and son of crowd, when you know, this is all writing in the form of a petition.
That's right.
President DJ and that's what the Council of State, no more advice. Into all advice in a real no more assembly in show woman. Yes, when the enter committee no more. It is a process where His Excellency Eddie Soa Abapimone. Say, a year, a reverend, young his assembly, say, yeah, the petition to buy. And a president and Sumuswa. And I won't take your manners. No, and no, I did the Emranes and no one way. Emranos Yanni, Yani, I should say, Embrao, 1992. Any I should say, any edition. In the Mranian answer, son, on Quadi, no, see, this won't move so many. Assembly, I won't.
MPP, sorry, especially. Charlotte was saying, I go for the talk of Amrenim.
That's right.
What was your opinion on that?
And no charges and acquire number than a fashion. To say we hear Chief Justice. A buyer or requested for sale pursue who charges for near His Excellency man say. 10 days. All requested 7. More a day, Charlotte day, all requested crown or a Eugenia Hitro by so or the other. Because
the Constitution gives Eugenia that power to ask the other.
Also, the other, but when no farmer no cross and empty.
And I'm making.
wo mumre bia so sa you know say na honorable o sha o person o dey
the point I'm making is if we hide behind the constitution all the time, you may be right in law, but Minia, let's be careful.
Careful na dey careful na say e dey mra ne se no.
So Chief Justice now, I said the law is the law.
The law is the law. The law is the law. Near the law no.
The law is the law.
Say charges you know charges are the body. Say charges are the body. It is a omo kotena say mpanyimfo e wo dey any justice nim you no free. Wo dey fa so omo ne omo college omo tan. The other two.
People have raised questions about double level.
Also, why anything?
So, also, court now. You said this again.
Why anything? Because you know, mammy, anything. I know Ghana brand I be and I say mammy and I.
Mammy, she said,
the team members are made of double level, and the petitioners and lawyers church got.
I said, look at me, I never present a bus. All stresses say, you know,
okay, now, honorable. So, in this case, are you also saying, say, the presence of Godfred Dame and MPP Attorney General now also defending Mamino? Does it mean some Mamino say MPP? Because he's now the counsel for Tokunu. So how do you also juxtapose that?
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point.
At
the end of the day, church's president no shouldn't say.
Me reverend baby, I made drive here to say.
By the law is the law.
To abide for bar.
The law
is the law.
Abide for bar. Brana will do so. Me dem people say me na say charges say dey born in na say e ba na say entiam de bia e dey limit my. Won't you go fam abufro bi a wonye ye fenti.
Yes am brano.
They said your moka say you know the private tour where you should public funds. Say ba na nye private tour na public you know call ye e dey na bit me ye no. Me you kro me ombu be omsu trimu fan an so ko bi so.
Yo.
And this me who said that you know.
Is it who e bebu idie. Next above from bar.
E go be busa be.
What's the come and tell you?
Say trimu fan unsuro ko bi so. Let's say unsuro bosom.
Yo, next time me bar.
Yes, ba ko so dey we ma adwuma unsuro broni.
Yo.
Unsuro. Me who dey ntia say ha no. Because you no corner say ntia wa.
There are people no pay doctor lawyer Koku Ansari was saying say he sees a danger. Only the official investigation whatever I want should go on, but he foresee a danger where the Supreme Court justices are now divided. Here is the former director of Ghana Law School. So when he has intel to that extent, also now when you go there, Chief Justice now Omumweche 2.
We are virtually
Supreme Court justices no be jina Tokunu afa and be akojina the acting Chief Justice in the person of a friend say Bafuboni afa anope I was say eno na ye ono ni fear because the moment ebeba sa no then send ye what MPP lawyers what NDC lawyers say what NDC doctors MPP doctors medical doctors ye what MPP nurses NDC net you are polarizing Bibia. Now,
this is Dr.
Was Omanhene Yaw.
Reverend,
this is funny.
But me who say human institution.
It's bound to happen.
Your choices, preference, ubia or the na more discussion upon and more can say justice Bafuboni.
Yeah.
4 times the father. And no buy no who say election petition. 6 nina we jina baby back and no but on no CA or no before the fan now the fan say or no aligned to MPP. Now this time ye article 144 you know clause B. It do one article 144 clause 6B. It do one say any chief justice. Only the senior most. Who wait me a traffic. Even say even possess okuta MPP membership card. Okuta MPP membership card only go jina e mo bi to say the day in the gawu bai. Say what the fan say ono so sa think e bet me twa fa no. eti me hu the fear embra no se embra no se ya me hu die nti a you know party color na say o party affiliation and nti betimi ama obesa no and they say me intention I know say intention nti me nyina the test of time me say the make no what you say anti me hu America kwa omo Supreme Court omo Republicans no omo Democrats omo dem ko open obi adem say judges omo nyina Republicans we me Democrats no ho e ma abo bi aba emra ne de me say the Chief Justice kind emra ne ye emra o.
He made a statement say it was planned. Is it because certain comments from certain quarters and senior members of NDC no and I might be moving out say it was planned or not?
And senior okay in certain comments you are obi kasedi and obi esusuye bi and obi asem ogina baby kind and obi timi insinuate say and e bia and e asem yi say but me hu ni say yes sir. Agenti America say reverend yen hwe NDC by take you over from Kufo na one na Chief Justice Georgina Wood and yen appointed no e charges no petition the time e buy e dey the see mails time e buy Mahama buy e buy
but omo nyina obia Council of State did not advise to that extent tebia mami we dey any more do
only oh that be
what I'm saying is Chief Justice in the person of Georgina Wood time there were petitions to that effect.
Yes.
And no crown about the late Kwabena J. So I'm the assembly a kokota, my no can who be. Now in Job said there are so many ways of killing a cat. Was it Sophia Wood, Sophia Akufo, Chief Justice? I'm not a petition by President Mills time or Boakye. And today people were expecting someone penny your mama in as much as he's in consonance with Article 146, you know. Kono cross betimi Council of State akasa say Mr. Wadi you mama
say e buy ya ti with the reverend asema kan e pass mo nenso wa de enka no kore say asemi e de chief omode bo Chief Justice say buy e na nsuo ginem e na His Excellency and the Council of State e ye kululu ka so makata so
no so muntimi kata so by the Council of State are advising Omaka Choma Penny say to them there's no prima facie case.
No. When Council of State over say 30 something they say.
A also na man for so raise concern say there's no way a Council of State. Abia Obia show interest say ye Obia bi no. Omu nyina no at the beck and call of the president.
May Adeba kwaya na pese bien downplay such institution they say. Nti emfa so omu nyina wo de emfa so omu nyina. Lawyer Akufo no omu
Sophia
Akufo. Justice omu nyina ewo mu nyina ye NDC for nti omu ye NDC for nti omu ni adwene omu de dwen and when they you after all this training after all this oma bobra fam nyina wie no still na they can't think and omu ntimi hunu fita omu hunu tuntum omu hunu sometimes ya na me man yet say
but do you also understand that politics blinds us? Politics sometimes blinds us.
Yes, and also a bit messy. But my point is say send a year, you bit messy say politics in tea. And I said, you know, so you know, president desires and the wishes on man a bemunti, or more quadratum. So the bit my almost so I dress almost a bit like I said, the old here.
But I say, Mammy, and your birthday soon after more in some way. Happy birthday to Simone Obin Imogen of Christian Academy School of Oricrum from your dad Rich, Mom Jane, and your grandmother Simone Imogen of UK. Godwin Efo of Sabina from today is your birthday. Sumadu Dakwasuwa of Kesbin Media. A special 50th birthday to Melisenta Kyoko of UK. Happy birthday to you from Mr. Alex Opoku Boatin of UK. Nana Kwame Bestie of Amsterdam, Kumasi Campus from Bob Schengen. Happy birthday to Bismarck Boatin of Nyinahini from Kakape. Professor Edward Owusu of Sunyani Technical University. Today is your birthday. Nana Yabuama sends this to you. Professor Edward Owusu. Then El Nathan Kwabena Boatin Nimakon of Citadel Academy from your man Mandina Day of Multi-Credit. Mr. Osei Kwesi Shaman, Area Sales Manager, MTN. Today is your birthday. Teusu of MTN Tafo. Solomon Otimba of Wemfie Bank Doma. Today is your birthday. Your dad, Dr. Asnoba Kwesi Bechi of Amagashi Herbal Center, Techiman. Christopher Tay Nate of Quality Steps Community School. Today is your birthday at Fiyase. Omami Ophelia Dokino. And Samuel Apana, electrician of Port Cotta, Takrade, Emirate Collection sends this to you. Dr. Samuel Wumbe of 21st Clinic. Today is your birthday. You are at the Tema branch. Dr. Samuel Wumbe. Okay. Pacho, in 2 minutes, wrap up for me.
Oh, media. Medawasi. Namada me employers ase. For the next 4 years. Medawasi for the opportunity. Me sure say omodo donate we say go be send me messages. Medawasi for the opportunity.
But I've checked. They love you.
I love them too. I love them too.
They love you.
I love them too.
It looks like they've settled with you.
I love them.
They are comfortable with you. By mountain when you're there.
Of course. You know, they be I'm can't when I always say because I'm a guiding principle. Say Abrewana some catch me. We got me way or say Abrante we am for power. Not to amount. Name me cocoa mutiny there. Me the femo.
In fear, I was Abba.
In fear, I saw Saba, but justify your inclusion.
In tear, I was a medical. One farmer, no what the fem.
I tell you, sir, it is the most profound statement.
Now, a guiding principle for you.
It is a menamwa, my casa, my behavior.
Yeah.
It should tell me, say, in the next 4 years, I said, come back.
Now, Coca said, Mammy,
Mr.
The other family, Safa family.
It's Medomasi and the support from them and the beyond manager. Of course, he said there will be any the electricity situation in Ghana. The best minister, say, Omwejuma, Ejuma no adding because I've been there before. Meaning a very technical area. We have PhD, Dr. Des, and upon Bishia.
I want to be Briman so.
Read Kofono. The transmission line 40 kV.
I said, guys, just a rule next week.
You do like to get it here.
Don't say transmission. Why?
You have to go as deep as this and doing it. Napo, I say, it's the old Kenyan. I hope so. Chess say.
Damena, can you know so? I don't know with you.
But that's a pioneer. Adeakye Abia no platform. Obetana ha obeku fie no na say course ne nchiano adosho anti me that's a part na fe ma ka kire youth ne mabu na wo Ghana nyina nkanka ne asante mem say opportunities are aban na introducing nyina they should get involved.
Okay,
Jumera get involved. National apprenticeship program
Feed Ghana
get involved. It's an opportunity and now to see how the also unisika out there koye aban so beso asena we need to call the question ejuma buy so be so asene say also person here fu uni asase na buy so be so asene obema siblings obema ada na wote hono na wo complaining say ya anya obi meye man
okay
anti say ye pese ye nya that financial independence na ye nkoye ye nkosresere na de bia na ye won fa kakra say ye meya na ye pese abrabo no koyi ni aye yitimi di ho so dia message opportunity abia na let's get involved ni enchechere o man Ghana yi.
Thank you very much, Honorable Collins Adomako, friend Ura, Nintendo Obejo. So, no, and a Fija Cabre North Brasse. Now, see, I know this time, more delay in your parliamentary committee based on our here.
I'm the deputy ranking on energy.
Energy?
Yeah, energy.
Whoa,
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
For now, Honorable. As if also a decacro. That's what Dr. Isaac to form Mountain car. I was on form the Musia. On behalf of the crew, the chief executive producers, Akosia Suma Kukua Jando, and then directed by Ya Grace.
Kukua producer.
Kukua is one of the chief executive producers. Are they? Oh boy, Juba Bruta. No, never better, honey. Share.
Of Fredo, that's one big year.
Aha.
Hey, mother day. No platform. No.
was your for the Musi Alamoka, when you boy, Yadamase, traffic for so, and boy, Linda, nomine, Mana Canina, Shema Bibiaco. So, Yadamusi are full time brainy.